Hi, first graders. This is Miss Wright here. Today for writing, you are going to get the chance to be a teacher. And I'm really excited because for your writing activity today, you are going to teach us how to do something. So what you're going to need today are these two pieces of paper. They go together for the same activity. And what we're going to start with is the paper that says, I'm an expert. Now, an expert is someone who is really good at something. So if I were a car expert, it would mean that I was really good at cars. I knew a lot about them, and I could teach somebody how to fix a car, or I could teach someone how to clean a car. So on here, you are going to make a list of things that you are good at and that you would feel comfortable teaching someone else how to do. So I'm going to start my list here of what I'm an expert in. So one thing I'm really good at is riding a bike. And I think that I could teach somebody how to ride a bike. I would feel comfortable doing that. Okay, I also am pretty good at building a fire. I like to have bonfires, and so I've gotten really good at building a fire, and I think I could explain that to someone. I could tell someone how to build a fire. Another thing that I'm good at is tennis. So one little part of tennis is serving. So that's what you do to start the rally, start the point off. So serving a tennis ball, I'm good at that, and I could explain the steps needed to do that. Let's see. Oh, another thing, one of my very favorite things to eat is peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And I've become kind of a pro at making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So I'm going to add that. A pro is kind of like another word for expert. You're really good at something. Oopsie. So making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. All right. Another thing I'm pretty good at, some of you in my class have even seen this, is I'm pretty good at doing the floss. I can do the floss, and I think that I could probably explain to somebody how to do the floss. Okay, so I've listed a few things here. You could probably come up with a lot more than I did, and if I were going to take a little extra time here, I'm sure I could come up with some more things here. You take your time and come up with as many ideas as you would like. Once you're done coming up with a list of things that you are really good at, something that you could teach someone else how to do, then you're going to move on here to the second step. Now, the second sheet here says how to blank. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one idea from my list here, and then I am going to use this second sheet here to write and draw how to do this thing on my list. So I think I might pick making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I think I could probably explain that using words and pictures. So here it says how to, I'm going to write make a P, B, and J. Okay. So I'm going to teach you here how to make a PB&J. And here I can see that there are 4 different steps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this, making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, into 4 different steps. So I know the first thing that you have to do before you start making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is you have to get out the ingredients. Those are the things that you need to make the sandwich. So step number 1 here, I will say get the ingredients. And I could even make a list there. I could say bread, peanut butter, and jelly. Okay, so there's my step 1. Later I'm going to go back and I'm going to draw a picture of getting the ingredients, or maybe I'll draw a picture of the ingredients. Okay, once you get all the ingredients out, I know that you take out the bread and you put peanut butter on one side. Okay, so I'm gonna say, and I wanna make it clear so that I could teach someone how to do this. I'll say put peanut butter on one piece of bread. Okay, so put peanut butter on one piece of bread. I've got that. I'm thinking back how I do it. Okay, so then I take the other piece of bread and I put jelly on there. Okay, so the next step, step 3, I will say put jelly on the other piece of bread. Okay, so I've got that. I've got the peanut butter and the jelly, and I've got them all made up. And I guess the last step is to put the 2 pieces of bread together. But I should probably make it clear that the peanut butter and jelly should be on the inside, right? Not on the outside, or it would be a big sticky mess. I'm kind of pretending like I'm teaching maybe like a kindergartner or a preschooler how to do this. You have to be pretty clear so that they understand. So I'll write put the 2 pieces of bread together with the peanut butter and jelly on the inside. Now I know I ran out of space, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it down there. You could also go to the bottom if you wanted. Okay, so I've got my 4 steps here. Now I could write this in more steps. I could stretch it out and make it so that one step is take out the knife and the second step is to get 2 pieces of bread. But I tried to just fit it into 4 steps. So now that I've got my writing done, the last part is illustrating, right? The best thing to do when you have a sentence or a story is to make an illustration that goes with it. So I'm gonna look back. My first step, get the ingredients. Bread, maybe I'll do this. Give it some, okay, bread, peanut butter, and jelly. So maybe the first thing I'll do here, first graders, is I will just draw some bread. And I should probably draw the 2 pieces of bread, right? So that they know that that's how many pieces they're gonna need, because I didn't really talk much about it here. Okay, so I've got my bread. There they are. Oh, my floor is a little bumpy. It's showing some texture. Okay, and then I'm gonna draw the jelly jar. Got that texture there. And maybe I'll put a J on there for jelly. I'm gonna do that. I know they've got some little berries on there. I'm gonna add some little details. Okay, and then peanut butter, I would say, let's see, maybe more of this brown. And then here's a peanut butter jar. Okay, so there are my ingredients. Maybe I'll just put a little blue on here. Add a little color. Okay, so I've got my bread, my jelly, and my peanut butter. Okay, I've got what I need for the ingredients. Now, step 2, it says put peanut butter on 1 piece of bread. Okay, so now maybe what I'll do is I'll draw the 2 pieces of bread kind of close up, like that. And I'll draw some peanut butter on this side. There's the peanut butter. It's not the perfect color. It's kind of a brown peanut butter, but that's okay. It's close enough. I'm working with what I have here at my house. Okay, so there's, and then I'm just gonna color this one in. This one doesn't have anything on it yet. Okay, so now it says put peanut butter on one side of the bread. Okay, next says put jelly on the other piece of bread, okay? So here I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna draw those 2 pieces of bread. I'm doing it nice and close up so that it's pretty clear what you're supposed to do. Okay, so I put my jelly over there. All right, I would probably want my jelly to be a little bit further out. It's kind of just in the middle there, but that's okay for art. Okay, and then I'll still just shade in the background. I love to do details. You know, that's what makes our picture interesting. And especially when we're stuck here in the house, this is the time to really practice your details. Okay, and then finally it says put the 2 pieces of bread together with the peanut butter and jelly on the inside. So maybe I'll do it kind of like this. Now I'm going from a different angle. There's my bread. There's my peanut butter in there. Here's my jelly. There, do you see how it's kind of from the side now? There we go. So they can see that you put it together and they can see that the peanut butter and the jelly are on the inside. There, I need a flatter surface here because my floor is giving some texture. Hopefully at home you have something nice like a clipboard that you can draw on and write on. Okay, so I have completed my writing activity. Remember, I started by making a list of things that I am really good at, things that I could teach a preschooler. Then I took one of those ideas from my list, maybe one that would be the easiest to fit into 4 steps, and I brought that idea over here. I started with giving it a little title, you know, telling what you are going to be teaching here, how to make a PB&J. Then I went through and wrote the steps needed to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I tried to kind of think about explaining this to someone who's young. So I wanted to be very clear and make things kind of detailed. I went through and did my 4 steps, and then I went back and I illustrated each of those steps. Now, first graders, if you find that you cannot fit your idea into 4 steps, you can always flip your paper over and do a little drawing of each of these boxes and draw some lines and just go ahead and do the rest on the back. I hope that you have fun with this activity. You kind of get to be the teacher. Now, if you'd like to send a picture of this to your teacher or to me, I would love to learn from you, kind of have it so that you are the teacher and I am the student. All right, have a great day, first graders.